it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me for a Simple Stamping Saturday. And today I have got a special card to share with you because of what it was inspired by. I'm not quite sure if that's grammatically correct, but anyway, let me flip the camera down and show you what I am talking about. So, got to make sure I pick up the right thing. I was sent this card with my Norway incentive trip gift box. So this comes from Sarah and Shelley, and it's just a congratulations card, but it's got a lovely Nordic feel to it, even though it's a very, very simple card on the surface. So I thought I would use this as my inspiration. I'm going to use slightly different products, mostly, but not completely. So the card that I am going to make, which I've buried under the cards that I've stepped up. So this is the card I'm going to make, and I think you can see, apart from the order of the colours, you can see that this is very much inspired by, oops, it's off the camera, inspired by this card. So let me show you how I made it. I'm going to use Timeless Arrangements, which is actually a bundle in the new catalogue. Which page? Oh, I always forget to say which page it is. It is on page 67. I have used the bundle before. It was one of the items that was on pre-order, so I have used it before. This is the bundle. I'm not using the bundle. I'm just going to use the stamps. I'm using Starry Sky for my ink. I've got one of our note cards and envelopes. Oh, and I should show you the envelope. So this is what I've done with the envelope, and I will show you how I did that. So first things first, let's ink up my sentiment, and I'm using You Are the Best, and hopefully not getting my head in the camera, but being about central. Now I have mounted my sentiment deliberately crooked on my block so that I look at the sentiment rather than the block when I come to stamping. Not done a brilliant job of making sure that it's straight, but I find I have more chance of making it straight if it's not vaguely straight on the block. If it's vaguely straight on the block, you can guarantee I will get sidetracked by the block and miss whether the sentiment is straight. So that's my first stamped image, and I'm doing all of the stamping in Starry Sky. That's number 2, and then number 3. Could probably have used a C block for this rather than a B block, but all of the these images are on B blocks. Ooh, don't need that. Oh, I do need that because I need to do the envelope. Now, the easiest way to find the middle of your envelope flap is to kind of just pinch it slightly. Don't fold it, just pinch it so that it's a little dent. And then you can line up the bottom of this sentiment with that pinch mark. And oops, didn't do that very well. The joy of photopolymer is that you can have a second go. There we go. Let's see if I can do it properly this time. I'm going to meet the bottom of that stem. So all the stems should end up lining up, which again, one of the joys of photopolymer is that you can see through the stamp and the block. And there we are, we've got our 3 fanned flowers. Right, let's bring that back in, get rid of the ink pad, bring in, from the first set of watercolour pencils, I've got the red, which is real red. I am changing from real red for the stepped up versions. The original was in real red, but I think, well, actually it may have been in Poppy Parade. Yeah, I think it was in Poppy Parade. Anyway, I have gone for Sweet Sorbet for no other reason than I like Sweet Sorbet. Then yellow for the leaves, so this is Daffodil Delight. Now if you've got the second set of watercolour pencils but not the first, you could use Crushed Curry, Cherry Cobbler and Night of Navy. The blue is what is now just called blue, but in the original watercolour set was Pacific Point. So rather than going, getting another colour blue, they've just taken off the Pacific Point, I believe, I don't know, and they've just called it blue. But I would imagine that that is what they have done. And then the blue for the bubbles. And that is the colouring done. But I am going to use my colour lifter just to spread that ink around. So I'm going to start on the blue. I always, as I do with a blender pen, make sure that there is no colour on the nib. So I scribble on a piece of scratch paper, or in this case the logo on my grid paper. And then to clean it, again, I'm just going to scribble on the logo of my grid paper, and I'm going to go into the yellow. And obviously you don't want blue still on your nib when you're going into yellow, or you will end up with green, which is fine, except I don't want green leaves, I want yellow leaves. And again scribble, and then into the red. Now if you want, you could colour the envelope as well. I'm quite happy to leave that as a hint of what is coming inside the envelope. And then these are pre-scored, which is just fantastic because it's one less thing you have to worry about. Burnish that down. Now if you don't have a bone folder, I mean, get one, but you can use, your stamping blends. I wouldn't use anything with colour on it because you may transfer the colour, but you can certainly use your stamping blends. So that is our finished first card. So for my stepped up versions, for my first one I went really plain, and although I have got a layer here, it's not embossed. I've got the label with the gold foil using this label punch, which carried over. And I've used blends instead of pencils. So I've got Daffodil Delight Dark, Sweet Sorbet Dark, and Starry Sky Light. But that's that one. And then for my stepped up version, I've switched out the punch for one of the stylish shapes. I've left the label as it was. And then rather than the linen thread, which was used on this one, I've used some of our baker's twine, the in colour baker's twine that was in the catalogue last year and has carried over. And then I've used the same embossing folder that was in the original, and this is in the Countryside Inn suite, and it's a really nice, it does have that kind of Nordic feel to it. So those are my 3 cards, and the original, which, as I say, I think is in Poppy Parade, but I'll have to check. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me flip the camera back up so I can say goodbye properly. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated. I will link below in the description bar to my website where there are photos and more information about how I put the cards together. I should say that incentive trip earners are less than 1% of the demonstratorship. And that it's a lot of hard work and it's not typical of demonstrators. I'm required to say that. But anyway, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave those below the description bar and I will get back to you. Until then, have a fantastic weekend and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.